Okay, I got the super score at the garage sale. I got 5, count them, 5 hand planes for 25 bucks. Some of them are beyond saving. These are not, I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. Use it for the blade, I guess. Some of them are broken, have the end shipped off. Some of them don't even have the handle on there. Some of them are chipped pretty bad. One of them is in pretty decent shape, the little one. So, over the coming weeks and months, I will restore each one of these and we'll get you the video on those. I'm gonna start with this one because it's the easiest. Hey, if you find yourself enjoying this kind of content and want to see more, why don't you mash down on that subscribe button? That helps us immeasurably. And then maybe punch the like button and give us a thumbs up and maybe comment and stuff. That helps us bring you more content like this. And now, due in part to the overly litigious society in which we reside, listen to my robot.
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger! No, Will Robinson! Danger!
All right, let's take a little closer look at this thing and see what we're getting into. It is complete, as far as I know. Get this guy out, okay? You can see he's kind of beat up a little bit. Gonna have to address that. Not too bad. I think this is beech, maybe maple. These are very delicate, so we'll have to be really careful on those. So now, let me stuck a little bit. Okay, the blade and the chip breaker here. Let's see if I can unscrew those. I'll juice it a little bit. Tap it. Get the biggest screwdriver I own. There we go. Not too bad. Okay, pretty good shape. You know, remarkably good shape. It's got rust on it, but there's no huge chips in the blade. Nice thick blade, geez. And it tapers, check that out. It does have, you know, it's been beat on a lot, so it's rolled over on the end here. And I can't find any name. Oh, wait a minute, there is a name here. I have no idea what that is. It's very faint. I may be able to make that out if I wire wheel it a little bit. I'll have to bring you back up to date on that. Chip breaker looks good too, real good shape. Okay. The body here is a little rougher than I first thought. It's got a couple of big cracks right on the cheek here, if you can see that. That might, right there and there. And then some little cracks through here. There's some little cracks and divots and stuff on the bottom. This is not, I don't think, in any way collectible. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I understand some people like the patina. Hey, just do what you need to do, and then to get it back up and running, and then call that even. I'm gonna try to, you know, restore it a little more, just because I don't believe it has any collector value, and of the chips and everything in here. Okay, that's really rough where that was machined there too. Okay, so the first thing I think I'm going to address are these cracks. And like I said, it's not, to my knowledge, it is not collectible, so, you know, don't yell at me in the comments for doing this. I'm going to use super glue, dude. This is really thin super glue, and I'm gonna kind of pull that open with my finger a little bit. And I'm going to push that super glue down in there. Same thing on this side. And I'm using the thinnest super glue that they make so that it gets down in there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a C-clamp and I'm going to clamp her closed. And I'm going to clamp it pretty hard until I get some super glue coming out. And then I'm going to hose it down with a little activator. I can even see it down in here. So I'm trying to get full trying to get full penetration. Same thing with these cracks up here. Boy, I can see it sinking in. Little vibration to help it sink in there a little bit. Little activator. And it sucked her in pretty good, so I'm going to give her another. I'm trying not to touch the tip. Just the tip. I'm trying to sink that all in there. There we go. Now, I'm going to sand that off, you know, in the next step, so I don't mind if it's a little proud. I can see I still got a little bit more to go here. And we'll see how good that makes these cracks disappear. Just the super glue. They do sell colored super glue or tinted super glue that is black or brown or whatever. That could try to hide that some more, but this is all I had available today, so that's where I'm going. In the meantime, let's take this blade to the wire wheel first to see if we can't determine what that marking is, and then we'll take her to the belt grinder and clean her up. Okay, here at the wire wheel, I'll see if I can't make that thing more legible. All right, so we're over at the belt grinder. I have a 120 grit belt on there. I'm gonna see if I can't remove this round over here, and then I'll move her up to a 220 belt and plane both sides of this blade. Okay, I swapped out the 120 for a 220 belt. I'm gonna run my belt cleaner over it first, and then I'm just basically gonna see if I can't remove a lot of that surface rust. I'll kind of deburr it now. Really light. The 220 grit belt barely takes anything off, so I'm just kind of deburring the edges. And I will sharpen the blade, but I will probably do that in a whole separate video. So it's just too much to get into one video. So I'll basically repeat this process on the chip breaker, and we'll go from there. Thought I might try actually polishing this out before I sharpen it. So let's see how that works. it's not polishing it to a mirror polish, but it's taking off some more of that crud. It does get hot when you're working it. We are back over at, by far, the most dangerous machine in my shop, the Monster. I have a 120 grit belt on here, and I'm gonna very carefully flatten out this side or some bumps and try to take out some of this pounding marks here. So let's do it with that. Okay, I didn't want to change the dimensions very much, and you can see I didn't even hit the this lock area right here where it actually wedges it in. There's a little bump there. I just wanted to take off most of that stuff. The rest of this I think I'm going to hit by hand. Okay, so the glue has dried, and I think I'm just going to use the Monster again and just try to clean up most of this stuff. I can feel this here. I'll probably have to go by and fill in some more spots after I'm done with my first sanding. Again, 120 grit belt, so it's pretty fine. I'm trying not to change too much geometry. I'm just trying to save myself a lot of time from hand sanding. Okay, so I got her all sanded. You can see this as a curve here. I'm gonna have to hit that by hand. I didn't want to change the geometry of this stuff too much, but it saved me a lot of time. The last thing I'm gonna do here is the sole. I'm gonna get my belt cleaner out and I'm gonna run my belt cleaner against this, and then I'm gonna run this. My platen is very flat behind this, so it'll flatten out that sole absolutely perfectly, I think. So let's do that. All right, I got her very flat. There's this crack here I might have to fill, and then there's this crack here I'm gonna have to fill, and then come and clean that all up. Then of course there's just a bunch of hand sanding I'm gonna have to do. Okay, so here are the 5 pieces. We got the main body, that's been sanded. I broke all the edges. Everything is repaired as much as I can repair it. Did pretty good job. That super glue, the real thin stuff, structurally, this is in excellent condition. You're still gonna see a little bit there though. Same thing with the ones up here, but structurally it's good. The wedge looks in good shape. There's some really deep dents here that I didn't want to sand out. I didn't want to change the geometry of this too much. I just wanted to clean it up. The blade, nice heavy blade. That's about as much as I'm gonna clean it up. Also, it's all smooth on the edge. I broke the edges. I got all that, or not all of it. There's some little pits back here. Again, I didn't want to grind too much on that. I am going to sharpen it, and that will be another whole video that will be out, I don't know, a couple of weeks maybe. I'm going to sharpen this off video just to finish this project. I have those other ones that I can do also. And the chip breaker, same thing. Got her polished up. Some a little bit deeper stuff here that I couldn't get at. And the screw, I got that all. I sanded it on the belt sander to take out the big pits, and then I polished it up. So a couple of coats of tung oil, nice traditional finish on these, and then we'll be ready to assemble. As my friend Aaron would say, well, okay, we're finished. Got the tung oil on there, that's dry, 2 coats. Looks good, got the blade sharpened, got everything all cleaned up. Let's give her a go. All right, here we go, and I'm taking a pretty good whack at it here, so. Nice shavings. That blade is very sharp. Good job. There you have it. Again, the only thing that I would really change is I would probably stain this before I tung oiled it, just to kind of hide some of those imperfections. But it's a user anyhow. It's not a a collector. So as you note from the beginning of this video, I got 4 more of these I'm going to do probably over the course of the next, I don't know, 6 months or something. So this one's going in the rack, and I got 4 more. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, give us a thumbs up, comment, all that stuff. It helps us bring you this kind of stuff and videos. We'll see you for the next one. Thanks for watching.